kinds of loyalty. My foot was out the door on several on several occasions. I mean, you talking about a toenail was keeping me in the man. If it was not for first off, if it wasn't for a promise I made to my grandfather, I made a promise to him. And if you actually go back to Pastor Morrison,
Yeah.
then I kind of had a little pact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now people challenged that.
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, it was, I mean, we had some years
Mm-hmm.
off in there.
Yeah.
But the family that I have there, my grandmother who's still here and still very
Still
vocal,
rocking.
she's a staple in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that because my mom's is clearly they're there, but Grand and Papa, man, they had a very big influence between the promise I made to him,
Mm-hmm.
certain conversations I had with her, knowing about the trials that a bishop and a bishop's wife.
When you think of a music minister, you think of a cat who just kind of travels around singing. But when you talk about somebody who's loyal, man, it takes a lot of commitment. That's what we're in store for tonight, man. Check out this episode. You don't want to miss it. My boy Gyro. Let's go. How you doing, bro? What's going on?
Oh man, I doing all right, man. Had us a good
Good,
day
man.
today, man. Yeah.
Good
How
stuff.
about you? How was everything?
Yeah, man. Good week, man. Worship was cool. We had a great
I know
Sunday,
about that.
man.
I'm talking about the baby. I'm talking about the baby, bro.
I see you got it.
Yeah.
You can tell already what kind of episode we in for today.
Yeah. I saw her walking the other day. I'm like, oh, she finna get him.
Yeah,
She
man.
finna get
Baby
him.
girl, she's doing good. She's right in the middle of that teething phase, man. So she's got 2 on the bottom, and then we went to the doctor last. Doc said she got 4 more that's trying to come through on the top. So she normally has been
Okay.
sleeping real good, but
Yeah.
now with this teething, or I don't know if she's going through that regression period, you know all about it, man. She's we're just at the point, man. Okay, baby, whenever you want to go to sleep, you just let me know, and I'll. That's pretty much where we at, bro.
Yeah. I was waiting to hear those stories. I said, yeah, it's coming.
Yeah,
She finna start walking and she finna start getting
Mhm.
on y'all.
Yeah. So that's where we are, man. How your kids doing, man? How that Osborne clan doing?
They growing.
Yeah,
Growing. The reach is growing.
good stuff.
Zion threw one of my checks away the other day. You know, so yeah, we in that phase.
Wow. My man is throwing away money. Like, he don't even know he's doing it yet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Title said, no, Zion, no.
Well, at least the big bro know. At least he know what's up.
Yeah. Glad to be here though. Everybody's talking about it, you know. And the thing that I hear most of the time is, Ron is so professional. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't teach him a single thing he knows. Because technically people don't know it. Like we always been where we at, but you always had a structured organization, man. So I always admired that, bro. That's something. I'm still being in business and things like that now. That's something discipline is key. You know, being outlined and structured is key. But you had it early on. That's good, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Look up to that.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, in life and ministry, regardless of what sector in ministry you are, whether it's music like we talking tonight or preaching, organization is key, man. And so you definitely singing with you, worshiping with you, man, blessing the church with you for the 4 years or so that we were at the Crest, man.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah, man. That's what they called us, bro. We still are, man. Every time I come back home, I can't. You ain't gonna let me get out of it without singing something, without give me a mic or something, man. Because in the Crest one, Crest be like, Ryan, what are you doing?
No, they won't. They won't. They just got to be talking about you today.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Looking at the Crest, bro, man, one of the things I've loved about it, just outside of working with you, is just how the church has, man, transformed over the years, man. Cedar Crest is very similar to where I'm at Virgin Street. It is
Boy,
a historically very conservative church. But talking with you and talking with Pastor Morrison, man, one of the things that we always said, man, Cedar Crest has really become a happy medium. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
glory to God. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Man,
you're not too far out there, but you're not just too far going. You know what I'm saying? Really,
yeah,
anybody can really mix and mingle with the Crest, man. And what's it been like, man? Just, man, you're a hometown boy. This is your home church we're talking about. And so knowing where it's come from, man, and now blossoming into where you guys are now, man, how's that transition been?
Um, boy, it's been hectic.
Yeah.
But it's been a blessing when you see how God works through the trials, the tribulations, the strife, the
Mm-hmm.
ups, the downs, like just all the calamity that comes along with growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just been a process, to say the absolute least.
Yeah.
But it's been a wonderful experience now that I'm
Mm-hmm.
on this side of it.
You're right. You're right.
So yeah, man, it's just one of those things, man, where with us being one of the oldest congregations,
Mm-hmm.
with us being one of the mother congregations,
Mm-hmm.
even when we were on our down years, people still looked at what was going on in Cedar Crest.
Yeah.
As soon as Pastor Mawson,
Mm-hmm.
came in the building, he
Yeah.
had a ledge almost that it seemed like he was standing on. So everybody's micromanaging every little thing that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's me calling it, man, he's a absolutely, terrible. No, I'm joking. Nah, he's a pretty awesome leader, man. To be honest,
He is. He is.
He knows people. He has an administrative thumb, a business thumb. The things that, in my opinion, you need for growth. You
Yeah.
can't do that stuff if you don't have admin capabilities, if you don't have foresight, and most importantly, if you don't have patience.
For sure.
And he's big bro to me for all those reasons. I've grown under him.
Yeah.
I've seen myself, and I've been told by other people, hey, we've seen the maturation process, and
For sure.
I give big bro a lot of kudos for that, because he helped me through a lot of them, and a lot of the tries. Was my ace through a lot of this stuff, man. So,
Yeah. Man, that's why I say we bros, man. It's not just because of the highs. I mean, we've gone through lows together too. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you and I have grown, because when you got, dominant personalities, alpha males, you know what I'm saying? It takes time to build chemistry and work together, because you can have two talented cats, but if they don't have chemistry, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And so, man. Yeah. And just, I love what you said, man. It takes a lot of patience, and we're kind of in step with there, because I'm back at my home church. I've been back here. January 1 will make 9 years of being back home, and it's
you back at your home church, bro? When'd you get back?
Okay.
They still asking for your time.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, I'm telling you, they were asking about you today,
Touche. For those of you who don't know, we ain't gonna leave y'all viewers out, man. One of the things, man, it's hard to find is a church home. And being a Southwestern alum, we travel everywhere. We go to different churches, man. But when Morrison brought me over to the Crest, man, it really became home to me. Like, it really is. Like, so much so where when I left the Crest,
they cried.
I did too. We all did. But when I came back to my home church that I was born and raised in, members of the Crest are telling me, hey, if they don't treat you right, you let us know. So it was. Yeah, so the Crest is definitely home for sure. I mean, you got cats say, oh, this is home. Like, nah, Cedar Crest. If you didn't know any better, I was born and raised in Cedar Crest. That's how. Yeah.
Down the street, 20, you from around the neighborhood. Right?
Yeah, I done knocked doors in Oak Cliff. So, I'm in there. I know
Yeah.
So
But
it's
nah,
real,
man. We see that it's about 8 years that you said. So you what are you run up on? 10-year anniversary?
Nah, it'll be 9 years
In a
January
year or
1.
two?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
So we getting
You know,
close.
it seems like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, one of the things I appreciate about you, man, is your loyalty, man. That's one of the things, one of the taglines I had just for you, man, and this episode, man, is just, man, you're a loyal dude, especially when you talk about the ministry of the Crest, man. You've had a lot of cats come through as guests and come and help out musically, man. When you talk about music ministry, people want to be at a marquee church. And it would be for real, man. You've had opportunities to go other places. But you stayed.
Loyalty, boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
You being loyal. You being loyal to the Crest, man. And so you kind of hit on it, man. What keeps you home, man? Especially when you got, you know how it is in our generation, those coming up, man. Money talk, man. And so, but for whatever reason, you stuck, you've been loyal. You've been a loyal son to the Crest, man. Talk to us about that, bro.
So out of respect for my wonderful church family, I'm going to not go into some details.
Of course.
But
of course.
Let's just say, in terms of loyalty, my foot was out the door on several occasions. I mean, you talking about a toenail was keeping me in the man. If it was not for first off, if it wasn't for a promise I made to my grandfather,
I was going to say, if you don't mention it, I'll mention Papa. So
and you're right, because that was Papa to you, Papa to the fellas, and I made a promise to him. And if you actually go back to Pastor Morrison, then I kind of had a little pact. You know, now people challenged that.
Yeah.
I mean, on after a while, it was. I mean, we had some years off in there. Yeah. But the family that I have there, my grandmother, who's still here and still very vocal,
still rocking.
She's a staple in my life, and I'm saying that because it was, my mom's is clearly they're there, but Grandgranny and Papa, man, they had a very big influence between the promise I made to him, certain conversations I had with her, knowing about the trials that a bishop and a bishop's wife go through, seeing the things that they had to go through, knowing that we were going to and plan on, as well as have future foresight on being a part of, with regards to the growth of Cedar Crest.
Right.
It was several opportunities. It was several opportunities that I've had, and it was like, either if you take them, what are you taking away from the church?
Yeah.
So that whole time, man, I was struggling, especially when you talk about the numbers.
Yeah,
brother. I had a couple of churches, man, especially when early on, in my musical development, part of, just for people who don't know, I'm an independent educator now, but I did teach music, and that opened doors in terms of access to other churches that are not churches of Christ.
Right.
Personally, I know how people are about the. If y'all are looking at me, I'm not. It does not. I'm a big component and believer that God loves those who love Him. I'm not finna sit here and draw lines and send folks to hell and stuff like that.
Right.
David played a harp and God loved it.
Yeah.
Case closed to me.
Right.
But man, those numbers were those numbers were speaking to me in terms of my carnal mindset.
Yeah, that's good.
And I felt as if I take it, what am I leaving? What would God end up possibly taking away from me?
Yeah. When
He knows that I know that He has a plan.
Yeah.
So it's part of the things that helped me grow. Knowing that all money ain't good money.
That's what they say in Domino's, baby. All money ain't good money.
Take it. Yeah, your 20, my 20 might end up being your 25. So I just,
if you play,
I had to make those.
If you play, if you decide to play the game. For
Oh,
those
man.
for those of you who don't know, we're avid
man.
we're avid domino players on the mobile iOS domino game, and I gotta go ahead and share my story, man. I get several wins on Jaro. And it's not always because I'm beating him, but because Jaro beats himself.
He just want to be selfish, man. He don't want to tell nobody that he know I got kids too. We both going through the same thing.
Exactly. So no, we in the same struggle now. So it's showing no. So yeah, you don't log in and play your games, you forfeit. There you go.
We will. I'll admit, Ryan plays for keeps. If you play basketball with him, you'll see that on the court.
Okay, nice. Touche. It gets real on the basketball, on that hardware, baby.
Oh, man. The boy don't play.
You better come with some knee pads, elbow pads. You better.
Especially elbows. Lots of elbows. Clotheslines, WWE, Smack, whatever you want to try. Pass the ride for y'all. Yeah. Don't come through here. But
we don't do that here. We don't do that here, man.
But man, look, I left a lot. I left money on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying all that. Cedar Crest has been great to me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't get into those details, but everything's fair. Everything's fair now. Everything's good. And I love my leaders. Love my church family. And everything, I can't complain about anything now. We're working.
Yeah.
It was about 10 years worth of service.
For sure.
And it feels like now, it's being reciprocated. So
that's good. And that's a good plug for those who may be in music ministry, man. A lot of times cats who are in our generation, those coming up, man, you want a ready-made church. You want to make the big money right away. Man, look. Yeah. As they say, man, you got to pay your dues. Gotta pay your dues. Yeah. Like we said, all money ain't good money. I know plenty of cats holler at me, especially in this segment now. They'll hit me up like, yo, man, do you need a music minister? Or I'm really striving to get in there, and they want trying to get paid for it. And it's like, man, if you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people, the church, the leadership, you yourself personally, you're gonna find out what kind of character you have if you're doing this for the money. You ain't gonna last. Or you're gonna chase the money. Right. And you're gonna end up in all kinds of situations. Yeah, most of them won't be the right ones. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna miss blessings. Right. As the saying goes, man, blessings comes to those who wait. So kudos to you, man, your loyalty. I'm just happy to see you've always been thriving, but I'm happy to see you, like you said, being honored for that.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I would like to say to anybody that this could help or inform. Doing it for the money is the wrong reason to be doing it. Yeah. But don't let folks kill you either.
There you go. There is a happy medium. We talk about happy medium.
Yeah, man. Don't let them wear you out to a point of no return. Yeah. Because you'll become resentful. Yep. If you don't become resentful, it can affect your family. It can affect a whole lot of things. And I, for one, have seen it happen with others. I've seen those who provided servitude for countless years, and people still didn't respect them, And I tell people all the time, and like I said earlier here, I was not. A lot of people would look at me and want me to be like my grandfather.
Right.
I wasn't there. I'm not there now.
Right.
But I'm better, than I used to be.
For sure.
And some of the stuff I saw him have to deal with, that those telling me you got to do that and deal with people, and then they're not going to appreciate you in the process. Yep. Man, it's tough. That's tough.
Yep. So. And then even him just being loyal in spite of all that, as well. And like I said, just being at the Crest and spending time with him for sure, man. I mean, that was, I'll say he's my favorite elder to this day. Never met another bishop, elder like him. You know, so
Yeah.
like we're at a point now where next year, Lord willing, we'll be installing some leadership at Virgin Street for the first time in our history. And I gleaned a lot from my elders and deacons that I had at the Crest, man. So yeah, it's real. It's real.
Man, I'm happy to hear that too.
Yeah, man,
Gotta
for
have-
sure. It's necessary, for sure. Let's
Lead-
talk about Texas, man.
brethren.
Yeah. It's a whole nother conversation.
Episode 47.
There you go. Season 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Texas, man. Where you're at. You're I gotta do this because I'm an Okie. You're in the great state of Texas. All right.
Right
so
on,
this,
right on,
yeah.
right on.
So
Appreciate that.
respectfully though, Texas, man, is what many call, man, the Mecca of just music, man. Mecca of the Bible Belt, man. There's so much talent in Texas. I mean, you can just we could spend the rest of the episode naming the talented men and women who are talented musically, man. But we don't want to take up too much time. But man, anyone who knows, when you talk about talent in Texas, man, you can't go too far without mentioning you. And your talent, man. Guys in the truth, we call you Dean of Wavering Dean, man. You definitely have a unique.
I'm not worried.
You definitely have a unique style, man. What motivates your style, man?
Funny you mentioned Waver, because my mama used to listen to him all the time. Going to school, her going to school with a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So stylistically, I was raised around a lot of church music.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also raised. I was raised. So I'll just put it this way: my mom wouldn't be the type of person that bought me a rap CD. Like, that's not the stuff she wanted us to listen to.
You ain't lying.
But we had radios.
Mm-hmm.
So between the music my mom listened to all the time, waking us up in the morning with it, and K104 back in the day, I kind of got a mix of an R&B / soulful style mix. So it was good for me because I got a chance to grow my language by listening to those who were either spiritual or led spiritual songs.
Yeah.
But I really want to say I got my style from listening to others. To other stuff. And to be quite frank, if I would bring up my mom one more time, we did jingles. We created music as youngsters.
Nice.
And being off pitch was not accepted in our house. I'm just going to straight up. You got trashed if you was off. It was
yes.
Right.
He ain't lying, man, because I ain't gonna tell you too much that goes on in the Walker household, but
you would be slain.
Respectfully.
And then they gonna keep receipts because it's gonna be on the tape that you can.
Yes, like years later, right? I'm still listening to this. Like, yes, yes.
Yeah. We was kids and we was getting. I mean.
Right, no mercy. Anybody can get it.
Mercy.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody, bro.
Anybody.
So.
Nah, that's good, man. Sometimes the best training ground is fear of being roasted. So it's like you better be on it, because if not, the people will let you know.
There's not a lack of a better term. That's
exactly the people will let you know, and that's one thing I love about Cedar Crest, man. As much as they love ministry, man, Cedar Crest loves to have a good time, man. I told you, and I tell all the fellas, man, group, I'm like, man, I've never been a part of a church that was so serious about God, but also just had, as a church as a whole, just had such a great sense of humor. Like it's there's never sing it, baby.
Cut. Hey, man. Okay. All right. You're not. Okay.
There is. I'm gonna just say this. if you have not been to Cedar Church of Christ in the heart of Oak Cliff, Texas, in Dallas, Texas, there is no other church. There is never a dry moment at Cedar Crest. Never. I'm gonna just say that. That's a whole nother episode talking about all we experience Cedar Crest.
I want y'all to know Ryan got me in trouble all the time. It was Ryan. Charlotte, if you're listening, it was Ryan. Right? It wasn't. I was an innocent bystander. Here come Justin the wheel to ride, and I got a fear for it for the next 20 years.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh
man. But now on a serious tip, man. When you talk about you, man, I like to promote some of the things that you do outside the ministry, man. You're in business and finance. You also done a lot with mentoring children and the next generation and youth, man. Kind of take some time and talk to us about that as well, man, because that's important.
Oh man. So I'm a part of an organization, a couple of organizations that are umbrella. The Big Six Alliance organization structures itself in financial education. One of our biggest proponents, so to speak, is financial education, and pretty much presenting presentations and outreach programs for not just the communities that need it, because every community needs it. So a lot of times people want to pinpoint communities that, if people actually did more research, which is the things that we provide, it's safe to assume everybody needs financial literacy. Now, the communities that we provide our programs and curriculums for tend to be a different cluster and mix. My curriculum spans at an 8-week process, as I mentioned earlier, being an independent educator. We run a program which I've got several different schools which I work with. We have a 8-week program. My students, for those who didn't know, are K through 75.
Nice.
After 75, you're young. No, I'm joking. Some of y'all need help too, because some of y'all still burning money.
For sure.
But in regards to the schools, a lot of my schools are K through 8 or high school. So we have our programs where the intake process it goes around knowledge, what you currently know, and then the outtake program is what do you know now. So it's a wonderful opportunity for our children to be molded. For the older generations, it's an opportunity to modify behaviors, which have been over the years probably structured around bad money management, around bad literacy with regards to finance, savings, utilizing credit, just all the things that we struggle with in our communities. My kids are my funnest, to be honest, because they are open, a lot more open to how can I flip this monopoly money. But they're thinking about candy as currency, and I have kids who trade dolls. It's just a wonderful opportunity. So that's it. But that is something all our communities need. I would easily and effortlessly say, if you're okay with me saying it, the Black community needs it. Many of us have not had it, or we dismissed what we had in it. Case in point, for me, I was a recipient of financial literacy from my mother. Didn't know it, but watching the way she handled herself growing up was my real financial literacy catalyst. And not having access to the same things everybody else did. We grew up in the hood like everybody else, but we never went without a meal.
Right.
But we went without the shoes.
Right. Everything else,
everybody else had. Yeah. We didn't have that. And my mom taught us early on, you're not gonna miss the things you need. But you may miss some of that stuff you want.
That's good. That's
And
that's
you'll be
good.
A-okay.
Yeah, being a young
So
parent, that's good wisdom for sure. You ain't gonna.
yeah,
Well, can't really say that with Kalani because only child. She's spoiled.
y'all,
Um,
y'all got it.
and she's the preacher's
Y'all,
daughter, so
yeah, she running the show.
yeah, I can't really
She
say that
running the
because
show.
she's like, okay, well, you don't want to get it. I'll go ask my papa. I'll go ask my mom, my peepaw. Yeah, she got.
Yeah, that's daddy's girl, and you are that you are daddy's baby. That's exactly what's going on there. Yeah.
Yes.
Pop Smith is too. I know
Oh
he is
yeah.
too. She
Yeah.
got him wrapped. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's understood. It was understood. Ain't gotta be said, But
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, she's worth it for sure. So she definitely learned
absolutely.
the value.
That's our little princess.
That's right. That's right, man. But now that's on the serious tip, man. It's important, like you mentioned. The black community, we didn't grow up with that. Like if we did, it was our parents teaching us just the value of it. But actually hearing the terms, understanding, having the actual literacy, all that kind of stuff, man. And it's good that you and others like you are taking that charge, man, to improve and teach people at a young age, or even those who are willing at an older age. Because sometimes, like you said, I mean, sometimes the hardest people to teach ain't the young folk, it's old folk.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Those neurons have semen in it. It's hard to change. So
yeah.
we pushing it. We pushing the envelope, man. We actually have.
It's good.
We are about 5 years in now.
Okay.
5 years in. If any of you all out there running a business, don't expect to be profitable in the first 3 to 4 years.
Yep.
Probably
That's
about
facts.
year 5 is, now if anybody is, wonderful, great. Keep pushing, keep going. But studies show.
Yeah, they say 5 to 10.
Yeah,
5 is your base
to
for
go out
sure.
of business in year 1, and hard to recover.
And that's churches too.
That's
Just being for real. I mean, if you're trying to hop into a ready-made church, or you thinking you about to leap through mountains, no, sit down. Sit down. Be loyal. Be patient.
Lord, give me this mountain, because you're going to get it.
Okay, we ain't going to go there, because that's sometimes.
I'll probably, okay.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Man, as you were talking, man. Right. As you were talking to about your mom, man, your fam. You got a twin sister, man.
See,
you got it.
All right, so she can't see this episode.
Oh no, I'm gonna make sure that my twin sister Regina sees it. You got a twin sister, man, and yeah, man, she loves her twin brother, man. How is it growing up with a little sister, man?
Competitive.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, shout out to Regina for always getting me in trouble and having to bail her out for all these years. We just got her to stop being a thief. All that stuff.
Lord have mercy.
Man, Regina was the brother that I never had, growing up. And I'm being funny and serious at the same time.
Yeah.
We played football. Regina was doing all the stuff we were doing. And the problem was she was trying to do all the stuff that we were doing.
Yep.
So we would hop a fence, and here come Regina trying to hop the fence with us. For y'all who don't know, Regina had a nickname when we were younger called Accident, because she was an accident waiting to happen.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Give her a chair she was falling out of, or give her a fence she was falling over. So, but that's because she was chasing Big Brother, trying to keep up with Big Brother.
Gotta make a plane.
Quiet as his kept, Regina actually was pretty cold. Like we both played ball. Regina just was lazy. She didn't want to. She actually played with the boys, but she just didn't want to. She was one of my biggest motivators from the competitive standpoint. We were the same height up until maybe about, well, I don't want to say this. So, of course, when you're kids, like 2 and 3 and 4, you like this, but then Regina caught up with me.
Mm-hmm.
So she pushed me, and it's from the roasting standpoint. You know, if we did something, if I was in a football game and I missed a tackle, or I would hear Regina on the sideline because she was a cheerleader. You know, so, and she wasn't cheering, she was laughing.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it was good having my sister, because my sister was, and most of the times, my ace. I had my homeboys, but Regina was, you didn't mess with Regina's brother, and folks that knew me, you know, they wasn't gonna mess with Regina.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, Regina was a very big motivator, especially when it was important. I was a motivator for her. She had a musical ear when we were younger. But Regina was very shy, and people didn't know that.
Yes.
She's shy when it comes to her leading. So one of the things she would do when she would get up, you know, with her singing, she'd be like, I heard an old story.
Regina, I'm sorry.
All right, she gonna get me for that big time.
She gonna get you, bro.
Oh man, I had to do it though, because one time we were singing, and I had, you know, I gotta be big brother. Come on, it's okay. You can stop right over. Man, we were in front of everybody, and she knew I was messing. You know, I was messing with her. I'm sorry.
Y'all see who it is? It ain't me. It's Gerald. It's Gerald. It's Gerald. Gerald want to throw a rock and hide his hand. That's Gerald, man. Yeah. On a serious tip, though, man. Serious tip. As I'm just talking to you, man, I'm thinking about your family. Like I said, that's my family. I gotta ask you, man, what's wrong with you? Like, the majority of your family are Cowboys fans, and for whatever reason, you're not. Papa, Cowboys fan. Mom, Aunt Jackie. Yeah. What's wrong with you?
If you listen to Gran will tell you, I grew up a Cowboys fan. She'll tell you that. I wouldn't agree with her, but that's Gran.
Yeah, I mean, because her word is bond. Her word is golden.
And in the house, it was Cowboys else.
That's right.
So, as you brought up Texas earlier, you know, we've always been Dallas. You know, Dallas over everything.
Mike, Carl, Vince, Book, y'all. I'm just making sure. I'm just putting my shout outs there. I'm gonna make sure y'all hear this.
I'm finna clear it. I'm finna clear it up right now.
Okay.
Because my dad raised me to. My mom definitely, but my pops, he was different. He never was a Cowboys fan. He was he liked to see like the black athletes succeed. So I remember in '92 when Jordan was, you know, with the Bulls balling, my pops was still talking about Magic Johnson. You know, when you know, back then I didn't know Magic Johnson. He had a lot of the tapes and stuff.
Yep.
So he would be talking about Magic Johnson game, and then if we ever hoop, he'd always use all that language that the old cats would use.
Yep.
And he'd always compare himself with Magic Johnson and stuff like that. So I learned, okay, you got Magic Johnson. Who else do you got out there that's football? Randall Cunningham.
Yep.
Well, he was a quarterback with the Philadelphia Eagles at the time. So I started to watch him. And Warren Moon, who's with the Houston Oilers. I wasn't really a Houston Oilers fan because of the way Warren Moon played. But I was a Randall Cunningham fan, which he toured me to the Eagles. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to be honest. I was a Dallas fan, but Troy Aikman was white.
Yep.
And every time Randall Cunningham played, his swag was
you got to root for the black quarterback. Yeah, I feel that for sure.
You know, so I just now if Rodney Peete got in the game, you know, I was like, okay, Rodney Peete, Capital, you know, stuff like that. But that's kind of how I transitioned from the Cowboys.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like that transition took place probably in about 92, or 93-ish.
Okay.
Because I was not, so I'll just put it this way. I wasn't against the Cowboys. I just wasn't Ain't Jackie. You know,
Yeah,
if
because
you know,
that's
everybody knows Ain't Jackie,
yep.
don't mess with Cowboys.
She is Brother Walker reincarnated.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Cowboys bed sheets, Cowboys wallpaper,
and rightfully so.
Cowboys phone.
Shout out to
talk
Jackie
about the Cowboys.
That's right. That's right. That's right, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, getting back to ministry, dog, man. Before we let you go, there may be some, cats on, like we said, who aspire, who are watching, trying to get insight, man. Nowadays with COVID and live streaming, man, just really becoming more prevalent in our brotherhood. Everybody want to be on the stream. Everyone want to be on the camera, man. What's some insight and advice you could give to those who are trying to step
keep
in?
It serious.
Yeah, who trying to step in here?
I'm gonna try to keep it serious. Be able to use a pitch pipe.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. Now I'm
gonna just put you on by yourself, so they ain't gotta see me. So let's just do that. Let's just do that.
In all seriousness, you gotta love God, and the biggest task is going to be the days that you don't want to sing. The biggest task is going to be the days that you don't want to do some of the work.
Yep.
And the one thing that's going to be the motivating factor is the fact that you're providing the service and that God gets all glory.
Yeah.
Now, after those things after you have the zeal and the want to do it, I think it's highly imperative that you are competent, able, and willing, if you aren't competent, to put yourself in a more confident level, to be more adept at music. Because in the age of live streaming, everybody can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can see you, but more importantly, they can hear what you know and don't know.
Yep.
I think it's a disservice to God for anybody to call themselves a true music minister and not actually want to get better at music. I'm always fishing for ways to improve.
Yeah.
If you ask my team, which as y'all heard me say earlier, thank God, I was able to finally get a worship team.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people jump, the importance for me for a worship team was structuring new music or more capable music.
Yep.
But after that, it sounds good. It sounds melodious, in my opinion. When you have a team of people who are there to structure the sounds, when we're in a acapella world for us, people are there to structure certain notes that embody and emphasize what God is hearing and what we are wanting to display. Now, of course, your audience may not see those things, but again, we are acapella organization. So the people singing need to have the ability to provide a service that, in my opinion, displays that same heart that swooned God.
Yeah.
So for those in this day and age looking to expand the ministry, get better at music, there may be those who can share information with you, find those people that can help you improve your knowledge or skill set if you don't have that skill set. Be willing to improve that skill set first off. Then once you are willing, you get those people who can help you improve. When it comes to working with a team, be a good manager. Learn to be a better people person, because you're not going to start off as a good people person, I can promise you. I learned from many of my team members, some that aren't with us now, that there were things I needed to improve. And I had to be humble enough to hear that and be willing to at times compensate for it, and then most of the time try to get better with it.
That's good.
So I don't know what that was. But those are just some of the things I could just like right off the top of my head say, man. I mean, you gotta be adept. If you're not adept, you gotta be willing to get adept. You gotta have an ability to work with people. If you don't have that ability, one of my flaws in many people's many people's opinions is that I'm a very matter of fact person.
Mm-hmm.
So I can work with people. I've managed people for years now, but I'm at times maybe a little bit too forward. I grew up a little bit old school, so like I said, in our household, if you sounded bad, hey, you sound bad. That sounds
straightforward. Ain't no, there's no sugar, no
you're
honey,
off. That's
no
off.
cinnamon.
Nah,
it's not even Splenda. It's
sugar.
just.
Yeah,
But
straight.
seriously though, on a real tip though, that's when it comes to music, there is no gray. It's black or white. Either you're on the note or you're not. Ain't no way to sugarcoat. Yo, you don't sound good. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I'm sorry. Either you are on the note. Like I tell people musically, when we're singing, when you open your mouth to sing a note, your voice should be like pressing a key on a piano. As soon as that button is pressed, that note protrudes. As soon as you open your mouth to sing, your voice should be right on it. Not off, don't scoop it, don't, right on it.
Yeah.
And we're not saying this as we're just the greatest singers in the world, but we're just saying with music ain't fair. Either you right or you not. I'm sorry.
And for those who want to understand what being right on a note is, I've got here, for those who can see that's a pitch pipe on your phone. You don't have to walk around with a circular musical instrument. You can get it on your phone, and then if you hit, F, you want to be able to sing. That's just something you want to be able to do. You don't want to go, I'm singing. Well, why are we not singing? Those are things that show musical incompetency.
Man, look, I'm trying to be serious, man, and this.
I'm sorry.
He being serious, but this dude is. Okay, so
I'm dead serious. The struggle of song.
Yo, this is
struggle.
This is a prime example of what I mean. Like this, Gyro is a product of Cedar, Crest, right? And I said earlier in the episode, I've never been a part of a congregation that has such a big sense of humor. It's like they're trying to be serious, but it's just not in them. It's not in them. It's not.
I love my people.
Yeah, bro. You blessed us, man. You blessed us, man. Preferably in the midst of all this humor.
I'm sorry,
you've gotten something of value out of this episode, man. Before we go, bro, tell the people how can we find you in the ministry of the Crest online, social media.
If you're looking, just for those out there who want to follow up with me for anything, on Facebook, Instagram, James A. Osborne Nation. Facebook, I believe you can find me at my full name. There's not too many James Albert Reginald Osbornes out there. And then as far as Cedar Crest is concerned, you can find us at Cedar Crest Church of Christ.
Amen. Bless you, bro. You bless us, man. Tell all my family. Tell sis. We said hey. Tell my nephews. What's good?
Oh, yeah.
Grand, Aunt Jackie, mom. Tell the Crest. I know they probably like, when is he coming back? Soon.
Yeah. Mama told me don't mess up the interview today. So I tell her it was your fault.
Okay. All right. Y'all watching. Y'all see how this thing went down. This is a ministry. If you found value, like it, subscribe to it, share it, bless somebody else with this time my bro and I have shared tonight. We do this every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until the next episode, we'll see you then. God bless you. God keep you. Peace.
Holla.